Gokule. I'm from Varli CFS English Municipal Secondary School. Today my subject is History, Standard 9th. Today we are going to start chapter number 6, Empowerment of Women and Other Weaker Sections. Before starting the lesson, first we will see introduction. As we know that every human society is invariably characterized by the social differentiations. That is one of the most important differentiation. Social differentiation was gender-based differentiation. Men had the role of earning and women had the role of reproduction of wealth and homemaking. Early Indian society shows a declining trend in the position of women. It means women did not share an equal position with men, and their position was as a subordinate to men. Indian women are relatively disempowered and they enjoyed a lower status than that of men from times immemorial. That was the condition that the woman was facing in the ancient and the medieval times. But the route to the participation of women in politics can be traced back to 19th century reform movement. Social reformers thought that social change could be initiated by educating women and bringing progressive legislation. Social evils can be eradicated by raising consciousness and making people sensitive to injustice done to women. And as we know that Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, Vishwachandra Vidyasagar, these social reformers started eradicating social evils from the society. And because of these and other social reformers and the laws which were made by the government for the women, women started enjoying equal status with men. Women had participated extensively in the freedom struggle. Women have also made important contributions in all the fields in the post-independence period too. That is what we will study in this chapter, as also the laws enacted for women and other weaker sections. Now we'll see the number of women per thousand men. As we know that census is conducted after every 10 years. So the first census was conducted in the year 1951. And at that time, 946 number of women there were per 1,000 men. In the year 1961, there were 941 women. In the year 1971, there were 930 women. As we are seeing that the numbers started decreasing. In the year 1981, the number of women were 934. Again, in the year 1991, the number of women was 927, and in 2001, the number of women was 933 per 1,000 men. Here you can see the dowry, the social evils which were there in the society, that is dowry system was there, dowry cruelty and dowry deaths, then child marriages, then domestic violence. So these types of social evils were present in the society. When we study the condition of women in India, we realize that the roots of the several of the problems they face lie in the mentality of men. Even in the 21st century, we have not been able to rid ourselves of this male-centered mentality. As we know that Vinoba Bhave made use of women power in the Bhudan movement, which he had started placing his faith in Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy. Women volunteers carried the message of Bhudan to all the parts of India. And women played a significant role in the Telangana peasants' armed struggle, which challenged the rule of the Nizams and the feudal system. As the region became free from the bonded labor, and women also found freedom from this torment. So this became possible only because of the unity of the women. Next, manifestation of women power. Women who have to face the burden of the scarcity of supplies and rising prices gave a show of their strength as an organized entity in 1972. Under the leadership of the socialist leader Mrinal Gore, women in Mumbai participated in a demonstration which came to be known as a Latna Morcha. Latna, this is a Marathi word. In English, it is called as the rolling pin that our mother use it for making chapatis and all. So this is a very helpful instrument, mother in the kitchen. So the demonstration, which came to be known as Latna Morcha, the rolling pin demonstration. Commodities like oil, ghee, rava, maida, kerosene would become scarce just as the Diwali was near at hand and kerosene had become very expensive. So women came together, brandishing their rolling part in the demonstration. This moment made it success, and the public got a glimpse of the united power of women. One more time, women showed got success or women got success in showing their power because of their unity. Next, that is the Chipko movement. Another show of constructive women power was seen during the Chipko movement in 1973. Trees from the forest in the foothills of the Himalayas were to be cut down for the commercial purposes. Chandi Prasad Bhatt and the Sundarlal Bahuguna had started a movement to prevent this. So these two leaders, that is Chandi Prasad Bhatt and Sundarlal Bahuguna, these two were the active leaders of the Chipko movement. Women followed the strategy of holding hands and encircling each tree as their method consisted of protecting the tree by embracing it. The movement came to be known as the Chipko movement. Women took part in it in large numbers, and women had a big role to play in the agricultural economy of this region. How they embraced and how they encircled the trees, each tree that you can see in this image. Gaura Devi was the activist who created this awareness among the women with the help of Sudesha Devi and Bachani Devi. Next movement that was started by the women, that is anti-liquor movement. Liquor means alcohol. Against alcohol, it received a good response in other states too. When the head of the household dies an untimely death due to the addiction to alcohol, the family faces serious crisis which affects women the most. And for that purpose, due to alcoholism, they have to deal with extreme sorrow and poverty. And this movement got the support of the anti Arak movement in Andhra Pradesh. Arak means locally produced alcohol. As a result of government policy Arak, a locally produced alcohol, dealers set up shops in every town and village. The poor, laboring people began to get addicted to alcohol. At the same time, a literacy program was being run in the villages of the state. The Sita Ma Katha means Sita's story, was narrated as a part of this progress, as a part of this program. about people who creates awareness among the people. A village had gets alcohol banned from the village. In 1992, three youths of Dubaganta village of Nellore district in Andhra Pradesh drowned in a lake in a state of inebriation and died. At this instance, the women of the village came together and forced the closure of Arak shops. You can see how women extensively participated in closing the Arak shops and how they got success in closing the Arak shops. The report of this news in the local newspapers had its effect on many other villages. The moment spread to the entire state, and the government had to adopt a strict policy against the sale of alcohol. Anti-Iraq movement means a movement against the alcoholism. An anti-Iraq movement was created in a remote village in Dubaganta in Andhra Pradesh in 1972. Next, that is the International Women's Year. The United Nations had declared 1975 as the International Women's Year. The three aspects of this program were peace, development, equality between men and women. So the International Women's Year has three aspects program, and these were first one peace, second one development, and third one that is equality between men and women. In 1975, the government of India constituted the Committee on the Status of Women and appointed Dr. Fulrenu Guha as its chairman. A comprehensive survey was conducted of several issues such as first one, social position of women in the society, second, status of women in the society, third, consequences of the constitutional provisions, fourth, education of women, fifth, the progress due to education, sixth, difficulties faced by working women with respect to work, seven, their wages means their salaries, eight, the male-female ratio, ninth, birth and the mortality rates, and tenth, the role of women in the society. So a comprehensive survey was conducted on these issues. Taking into consideration this entire background, a statewide conference for women was held in 1975, organized by Stree Mukti Sangharsha Samiti, and women from all the walks of life, regions participated in it. The Samiti published its manifesto in the year 1978, and the policy of the struggle against discrimination on the basis of gender, caste, and varna was adopted. This gave a rise to the collection of songs called Stree Muktichi Lalkari, that was the Marathi song, a street play called Mulgi Zhaliyo, that was also the Marathi play, by Jyoti Mapsekar, and a periodical called Prerak Lalkari, which became their mouthpiece, and other such programs. In the year 1977, groups like the Stree Mukti Andolan Samiti, established by Saudamini Rao in Pune, that Stree Mukti Andolan Samiti was established by Saudamini Rao in Pune, that is, Baija, a fortnightly Stree Vash Maitrin Stree Anyay Virodhi Manch was established in Aurangabad. Mahila Dakshata Samiti was also established in Kolhapur. Mahila Hakka was established in Nashik. Nari Prabodhan Manch was also established in Latur. Anti-Dowry Protection Committee was also established and a conference was held to protest against the oppression of the women. Whereof the great Vidya Bal, she was one of the most important social activists. She established Nari Janata Manch. Then she also started periodicals like Mirna Saryajani, Samajwadi Mahila Sabha, Krantikari Mahila Sanghatna was also established and employment guarantee scheme was also launched, were of great help in dealing with women's issues. The employment guarantee scheme in Maharashtra also helped to empower the women, and this became possible only because of the social activist. Next social activist is Pramila Dandavate. She established Mahila Dakshata Samiti in Delhi in 1976. The branches of this came up in the states of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Kerala, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh. Because of her efforts, she got a success in establishing the branches of Mahila Dakshata Samiti in the various states of India like Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Kerala, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, and the Uttar Pradesh. The Communist Party also took initiative and it established Akhil Bharatiya Janavadi Mahila Sanghatna in the year 1980. Efforts were also made to start the branches of this organization in all the parts of India, and the Sanghatna started a struggle against the issues like dowry, female ferticide, and domestic abuse. Research on women's issues was undertaken at various levels. Women's studies centers were started at the first women's university. The first women's university was established, that is Ascendity Women's University, and it was established in Mumbai. Then Tata Institute of Social Sciences was also established in Mumbai. Savitribai Phule Pune University was also established in Pune, and Shivaji University was also established in Kolhapur. So, in these universities, the research was conducted on the women's issues at various levels, and these also became the women's studies centers. These centers played an important role in the critical analysis and in developing a vision on women issues. Here we have finished the first part of the empowerment of women and other weaker sections. Now we will start the evaluation of this part. Question number 1. Complete the statements by choosing the proper options. First one. In 1992, a movement against alcohol was started in dash. Options are A. Maharashtra, B. Gujarat, C. Andhra Pradesh, D. Uttarakhand. Answer will be C. Andhra Pradesh. In 1992, a movement against alcohol was started in Andhra Pradesh. Second question. In 1975, the Government of India formed the Committee on the Status of Women under the chairmanship of dash. Options are A. Dr. Fulrenu Guha, B. Uma Bharti, C. Vasundhara Raje, D. Pramila Dandavate. Answer will be A. Dr. Fulrenu Guha. In 1975, the Government of India formed the Committee on the Status of Women under the chairmanship of Dr. Fulrenu Guha? Third question. Dash made use of woman power in the Bhudan movement. Options are A. Mahatma Gandhi, B. Sundarlal Bahuguna, C. Vinoba Bhave, D. Jayaprakash Narayan. Answer will be C. Vinoba Bhave. Vinoba Bhave made use of women power in the Bhudan movement. Fourth question. The Dash established the Akhil Bharatiya Janavadi Mahila Sanghatna in 1980. Options are A. Janta Dal, B. Janata Party, C. Congress Party, D. Communist Party. Answer will be D. Communist Party. The Communist Party established the Akhil Bharatiya Janavadi Mahila Sanghatna in 1980. Fifth question. The United Nations had declared Dash as the International Year of Women. Options are A. 1948, B. 1964, C. 1975, D. 1981. Answer will be C. 1975. The United Nations had declared 1975 as the International Year of Women. Sixth question. Dash was the first women's university in India. Options are A. Mumbai, B. Pune, C. SNDT, D. Shivaji University. Answer will be C. SNDT. SNDT University was the first women's university in India. Seventh question. Lucknow Morcha, that is the rolling pin demonstration, in 1972 was led by Dash. Options are A. Mrinal Gore, B. Jyoti Mapsekar, C. Pramila Dandavate, D. Saudamini Rao. Answer will be A. Mrinal Gore. Lucknow Morcha, that is rolling pin demonstration, in 1972 was held by Mrinal Gore. Question number 2. Complete the geographical description. Women's rights organizations in India or in Maharashtra. Nashik, Mahila Hakka, Latur, Nari Prabodhan Manch, Kolhapur, Mahila Dakshata Samiti, Aurangabad, Stree Anyay Virodhi Manch. Question number 4. Explain the following statements with reasons. First one, the women's liberation movement began in Maharashtra. Answer will be the United Nations declared 1975 as the International Women's Year. Second point, the Government of India constituted a committee in 1975 on the status of women under the chairmanship of Dr. Fulrenu Guha. Third point, a comprehensive study indicated gender-based discrimination. Fourth point, the Stree Mukti Sangharsha Samiti had organized a state conference in 1975 on the women-related issues. Fifth point, in its manifestation published in 1978, it was decided to struggle against discrimination on the basis of gender, caste, and varna. As a result, the women's liberation movement began in Maharashtra. This will be the answer of women's liberation movement began in Maharashtra? Second question, the women in Mumbai took out Lucknow Morcha in 1972. Answer will be first point, women have to face the burden of scarcity and rising prices. Second point, commodities like oil, ghee, rava, and maida had become scarce around Diwali. Third point, kerosene had become very expensive. Fourth point, to display their strength and protest against the price rise, the women in Mumbai came together. Fifth point, they took out Lucknow Morcha, that is rolling pin demonstration, that is brandishing their rolling pins in 1972 under the leadership of the socialist leader Mrinal Kore. This will be the answer of the second question. Third question, the government of Andhra Pradesh had to adopt a strict policy against the sale of alcohol. Answer will be first point. The death of three youths in Dubaganta village in Nellore district due to drowning in the lake in the state of inebriation created an outrage. Second point, the women in the village came together and forced to closure of the Iraq shop. Third point, the report of this news in the local newspaper had its effect on many villages. Fourth point, due to this, the movement against alcohol spread in the entire state. Therefore, the government of Andhra Pradesh had to adopt a strict policy towards the sale of alcohol. This will be the answer of third question. Here we have finished the evaluatory part of this lesson. Hello?